Okay, let's talk about these films. And I think that's like a common misconception, right? Is that everyone is forgetting that there's two? I don't know. So we have the Eras Tour film, which is the final show, right? And it's titled The Final Show. That's going to be just like our first Eras Tour film. So we'll see all the eras. We will see maybe transitions. They cut that from the last film. We will see surprise songs. We will see every single set in HD and 4K. So that's kind of the main driver. It'll be 3.5 hours long. You can see everything. Eras Tour on film. And then we have our docuseries, The End of an Era. That's a 6-episode docuseries. We're gonna get 2 episodes per week. 2 episodes drop this Friday, December 12th, along with the final show film as well. So we've got a lot happening, right? I kind of want to talk about like the main differences between our docuseries and our End of an Era film. Just honestly looking at our trailers, vastly different, right? The final show film, we're seeing those cameras on stage, right? We're seeing those big moments where they're showing the entire stage. We're seeing the moments of Taylor commanding the crowd, the gold Reputation bodysuit. Oh, and that will be filmed entirely. That was filmed entirely in Vancouver. So we can expect 100% of those shots to be from that final weekend in Vancouver. It is titled The Final Show. I know a lot of fans were filmed at that show. Now, this is where I'm not sure what we'll see. Because our original Eras Tour film, I believe we did see some fan footage, like in the crowd. And we could see it again. I'm not sure what the extent will be, if we'll see fans after the show, because, guys, I was lucky enough to be at the finale. I swear it, and I've said it before, everyone in that stadium was filmed. I swear. Every night. There were cameras everywhere, but especially the final show night. I remember sitting in my seat after the confetti fell, and we had taken some photos, and we sat down, and I looked directly ahead of me was a girl hugging her friend, I think, and they were sort of swaying with a camera. He was standing right in front of them, filming them. It was wild. And then I remember, after just kind of like taking it all in, right? We were just sort of like feeling the moment. I looked to my right, and about 10 empty chairs between me and this man who had a camera and turned it on me and my friends. And, throughout the show, even before the show ended, there were cameras going up and down the aisles, filming everyone from the side, singing from the front, from behind. I remember me and Nikki and Courtney had our arms around each other, and Nikki turned and she said, "Oh my gosh, there's a camera right behind us." So if you were in the room at any of those Vancouver shows, I seriously feel like your chances of making it into that Eras Tour final show film, pretty high. If just for like, really quick showing a fan reaction to this moment. But I think the final show, we could expect to see some sort of goodbye, or some sort of like resolution from Taylor. And what I mean is, in the first Eras Tour film, we got that message from Taylor at the end with the friendship bracelets. And I feel like we could see something replicated like that, with maybe a montage of fans that were in Vancouver and a thank you note or something similar. Now, the docuseries, I'm excited for, because that's going to be all of our BTS. So when you're talking about all of those, like the camera that was behind Taylor in Indianapolis, filming her reaction to the crowd, that's documentary material. Those cameras getting Taylor and Travis as they were leaving the show, getting into the car, all documentary material. We've seen in the trailer like Sabrina Carpenter, we've seen Ed Sheeran, we see Taylor in a bunch of situations, her mom, Travis Kelce, talking about how the Eras Tour came together. And I want to see more of that. I want to see more of the backstage logistics. I want to see not only Taylor practicing those surprise songs, I want to hear her planning it. Like with Andrea on that clip that we heard. That sounded so complicated when she was like, the down verse of Long Live and the piano keys to New Year's Day. I had a hard enough time following in person. Like, I was just going off of vibes. I cannot imagine putting that together. She's a genius. Now, I don't think we'll see too much Vancouver footage in the docuseries, but I do think we'll see a bit of it. Just because that's really going to be like the final closing of the Eras era. And I do think that we'll see potentially a recreation of that photo of her hands on her pants with all of the Eras fingernails. And I think there's a potential we could see that even photoshopped to update and include the Tortured Poets department and even the Life of a Showgirl. I think that would be like a really cute way. And like that would make cute promo posters. If you're an editor, if you could do that, I would love to see it. Tag me, please. I think there's a chance that we could see practice. I mean, we saw it in the trailer, practice of Travis and Taylor on stage, but I think we could see a little bit more information from them as to how that came to be. Like, when was that originally suggested? How long were you guys working on that? And when they said Travis would take the stage with her again, like, what did they mean by that? Because it never happened again. He never really got the opportunity to do that. So what were they talking about? You know? I think as far as things I'm hoping to see in each of them, I really want to see that happy birthday song to Taylor during the final show. I know she cut that original Champagne Problems applause, that standing ovation in LA. It was 8 minutes long. Like, valid, right? We didn't need that whole thing in the film. But night 3 in Vancouver was different. There was a fan project going around to sing Happy Birthday to Taylor. And the countdown would start when she took her earpiece out. And we would count down from 10. And once we got to 1, we would start singing Happy Birthday. And of course, people were all over the place. And the acoustics were insane because it was so loud. But the crowd did it. At one point, everyone was able to mostly sync up and sing her Happy Birthday. And Taylor knew it. Taylor, you could see it on her face. I really want to hear her mention that moment. I really want to see that moment in either the docuseries or the final show film. I think that was one of the most... Thinking of it still makes me a little bit emotional, right? The collective effervescence of it all. But that was an important moment. Closing night. It was only a few days before her birthday. Everyone was feeling it. And for everyone to get together and kind of, just sing her happy birthday, it was perfect. Oh, I also hope that eventually we get the bonus footage of the surprise songs in Vancouver, night 1, night 2, and night 3. I think probably the first time it airs, we'll just see night 3, you know, the end of an era and all that. But they were filming all 3 nights. We know they got footage. I want to see the Tortured Poets department in maroon. I want to see Taylor and Gracie singing I Love You, I'm Sorry, and Last Kiss. I want to see the mashup of Never Grow Up and, was it Robin? I want to see it all. I want to see it all on film. I hope to God it all makes it. And as for the docuseries, I'm honestly still flabbergasted that we're getting one. That it's not just a film, that it's a whole series. That it could potentially go as far back as recording Midnights, which I think is just absolutely insane and diabolical. I'm gonna eat it up. Whatever's in it, I'm gonna eat it up. But I hope we get a little bit more in-depth. Like, I love to see her around people she loves. Like, I want to see her around her mom and around Scott and Sabrina and Jack and Travis and Ed. Like, I want to see her with those people, you know, collaborating and chit-chatting about the show and planning the show. I want to see interviews from some of our Eras dancers. I would love for Yawn to talk about how hilarious it is that everyone thought he was Post Malone. I want to see footage of the first night that happened and how everyone was laughing backstage. I want to see Tori talk about Taylor the first time she heard her sing that note in Ready For It. I want to hear Tori talk about the energy on stage. I want to hear Cam. I want to hear Cam talk about the first time Taylor said Karma's the guy on the Chiefs and how the dancers took it. And if they knew, I don't think they did. Their reaction said they did not know. I want to hear them talk about it. Like, I want to know everything. I want to know how they set up the stage screen. I want to know who put those graphics together and when did they present them to Taylor and when did she finally sign off on it? Who designed the huge guitar on top of the stage? I want to know absolutely everything. I know you guys do too. It's just going to be such an incredible week. We've only got a few days left until we get to see both of them on streaming, and we haven't gotten a time yet. So as soon as I know, I'll update you guys. If you like content like this, if you want me to do more long form on YouTube, let me know, and let me know your thoughts too. I want to know what you're most excited to see on the film and the docuseries. So don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the things. I love you so much, and we'll talk soon.